Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this.
Well, listen, the thing at Ohio State's interesting because at this point, they haven't really, you got to think about it. Ross Bjork just took over. His first day was basically like yesterday or the day before.
Mm.
So he just got to town. Gene Smith's the outgoing AD. He's the one who fired Chris Holtman. Obviously, we know Jake Diebler's done a great job there so far. He's not going to get the job. He's not going to get it. He's auditioning for a mid-major job, and he's doing a hell of a job. And hopefully that allows him to get something. I think Dusty May is ultimately going to be the head coach at Ohio State for a couple reasons. One, I think he fits there. Dusty doesn't want to go somewhere where he's in a fishbowl. I don't think he wants to have to say no to Indiana. And if he waits another year, I think he might have to say no to Indiana. And I don't think he really wants it. He's still got family around the Bloomington area. And if things don't go well, it sucks for your family. Now, if things go great, it's the coolest thing ever, right? You were a manager. It would be a storybook type deal. But the expectations there are really hard. So I think Ohio State fits him better because it's a football job. And Dusty doesn't love the attention. He doesn't want to run around, signing autographs and having people come up to him at meals and everything like that. That's just not his personality. And I just don't think – I think Greg McDermott's going to sign an extension here to stay at Creighton. I think that's going to happen at any point here soon, sooner rather than later, according to my sources. So that'll take him off the table. I don't think they go the Sean Miller route. And there's a hook here with Dusty as well. So he has either agreed a year ago or signed, I don't know if he's put pen to paper, with Andy Miller, the former NBA agent who was kind of
Yeah.
ostracized from the NBA for a while. He's back and he's working with Rich Paul at Clutch. And obviously, we know Rich Paul's connection with LeBron, with Akron, with the state of Ohio. And LeBron had his oldest son, Bronny, in there at Ohio State. And in fact, I think he wanted him to go to Ohio State, but I just think it didn't make sense in a lot of ways. He wanted to keep him closer and go to USC, and that didn't work out great so far. So I think, it makes some sense because you have a hook there too. Not that, and I heard Dusty was asked this by the local media about LeBron, and Dusty said, LeBron doesn't even know who the hell I am. He probably doesn't, but Rich Paul does because he's kind of repping you indirectly right now. So he's going to want him at Ohio State because, again, maybe the younger son will go to Ohio State at the end of the day. I just think there's a lot there that makes sense for Dusty May. And you're not – the one other thing, guys, is you got to take guys like Mick Cronin, Nate Oates, TJ Otzelberger out of the equation for all these jobs because Mick Cronin's buyout is $16 million. Otzelberger's is $17 million. Nate Oates' is $10 million. Nobody is going to pay that for those guys. Nobody. Not Louisville, not Ohio State, nobody. I was told by several ADs that big-time football coaches don't have that level buyouts. This is only in basketball because these coaches opted for the guaranteed money instead of the low buyout. So they have the high buyout, but they got a ton of – like TJ Otzelberger's contract is fully guaranteed, all of it. He signed, I think, a 6-year, $20 million deal a year ago. So after this year, he's still got $17 million left, but he can't leave because the buyout is insane.
I mean, in your opinion, when you have that big of a buyout, is that smart on the school or smart on the Because then he's latched that. That's not smart by the school.
Yeah, I mean, look at Dennis Gates. Look at Dennis Gates. I mean, think about it. The AD who's now at Arizona.
Yeah.
After 1 year, gave him like $25 million. Desiree gave him $25 million guaranteed. They haven't won a game this year in the league. Not a game. So like, if you know, it's one thing, but why bid against yourself? Like where was Dennis Gates going? Where was he going? Like, why do you have to give guys these all this guaranteed money? Like, where's TJ Otzelberger going last year? Really, where's he going? Now this year, yeah, he could go. He probably would be up, and you'd have to renegotiate again, or you'd lose him to Louisville or Ohio State potentially. I get it, but you know what? Sometimes these ADs make the dumbest decisions.
Coach, do you have any take?
I don't. I mean, this guy's like Inspector Gadget with all his information. Okay, connecting the dots. Rich Paul, Dusty May, Andy Miller. It's like, man, wow, this guy is doing his research. You know what? I think.
No. I want your take. You're down there. You know Dusty May well. I'm not asking for inside info. I'm asking you, Matt McCall. I'm going to ask you right now. Number one, do you think Dusty May is still at FAU next season when the season starts?
I think it's going to be tough that he's going to be there. I really do. I think that he's done too good of a job, and he has created unrealistic expectations at FAU. Like, think about this. Yes. You know, like look at this season. And they're like, oh, they only have 22 wins. They've lost some games. Oh, my God. It's like, guys, let's keep in perspective. It's still Florida Atlantic University. They've been to one tournament, you know. And I just think there's going to be some really attractive jobs. Ohio State is a really, really attractive job. You have NIL. To your point, Jeff, you can go there and fit in, you know, because Ryan Day is still the guy in town, but you have all the resources to be extremely successful, all of them. And you're in the power conference, right? The two big power conferences next year. So, but I think there's going to be other jobs too. I think this coaching carousel, and you know this because you throw all these coaches on your Goodman hot seat, this is going to be nuts. This year is going to be nuts. There's going to be as many job openings this season as we've seen in recent years.
Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.